tonight. And as I said, we're going to use this amazing Nothing's Better Than stamp set. Hi, Mary. Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, so this stamp set, I just told you, is one of my favorites. It's been in the catalog for a while now. I was so happy that it was returned in this current one. So here we go. This card has a lot of pieces, but let's not get intimidated by it because it's a super awesome and fun technique. I'm going to just set this set aside for the moment. Okay, so I've cheated a little bit, some of it pre-done here for us. So I've got a really fun color combination tonight. We've got a polished pink card base, and I've done the 11 by 4 1/4, and this is scored right in the middle of 5 1/2. Okay, so let's go ahead just while we have it out here, and let's just score that. Fold that on the score line, that's what I meant to say. Give it a burnish here, bone folder. All right, so now, next thing I have for color combination is Mango Melody. Now these colors just remind me of sherbet and summer and fun and lake and beach. So I really, really love this color combination. So I'm going to go ahead, because we don't need to do anything else on this piece. I'm going to go ahead and attach the Mango Melody. That's just going to get centered onto the front of the card face. Okay. Now while we're here, let's put this insert. So again, this is just a piece of basic white that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to go for the inside of our card. Always nice to put an insert because it gives you a nice clean spot to do little messages. It just finishes off the card nice. So there we go. We're going to just set this aside now the way it is. And then I've got a few additional pieces here. So we've got one piece of thick basic white, which is just slightly smaller than our Mango Melody. Okay, it's only 1/8 of an inch smaller. I've got a piece of black scrap here, another little black scrap, and a white. This is just another scrap piece. We're going to do some punching. And then I've got a piece of the shimmer white paper cardstock. So this is the same paper that we used last week. It just gives it I just love the shimmer in it. It's so fun. All right. So to do this technique, we do need a few little tools. So we do need a heat tool, so like a heat gun. We need our Versamark ink pad. This little guy, if you've got one, I can't remember what this is called now, an Emboss Buddy. So that we need. We're going to use some white embossing powder. And of course, we're going to use our blending brushes. So first thing I'm going to do, if you have an Emboss Buddy, now Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell us anymore, but hopefully you guys will have one in your stash or you can get one. It just helps to take the static off of your cardstock before we heat emboss. Now I've got words. I've got a lot of stamps going on here tonight. So we've got cocktails and chocolate. That's like a pretty good combination. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly stamp in the Versamark ink these words along the bottom section here. And then I'm also going to incorporate this cute little star that's in the stamp set, okay? So a little tricky because this Versamark is clear, and so you have to be a little bit quick when you're doing this. I mean, you don't have to be Speedy Gonzales by any means, but you do have to be quick just to get, because you don't want it to dry before the embossing powder comes on. What's tricky is that you can't really see unless you just get the right lighting on where you've previously stamped. So I'm just alternating between these stamps here. Oh, I want to switch to cookie or to chocolate. And then we go back to cocktails. Okay, one more chocolate. Okay, so I've got those words just stamped all around there. And then I'm going, I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe if I hold it in the light, you'll be able to. No, not really, but it's on there. And so now I'm going to use this little star, and hopefully I'm just going to be filling in spots around where those words were. Okay, so now I'm going to put on that. Now I happen to have one of these trays that's enough use to saw, which is amazing. So I'm just going to put this page in there. I'm going to take my white embossing powder, which seems to have gotten mixed with a bit of glitter along the way. So that's okay. You can never go wrong with glitter. And I am just going to dump this all across here. Okay, so just like we're just gonna regular heat emboss. I'm gonna run that, take that all off. Okay, and you can see how that's attached there. Now I can see one little spot here that either didn't stamp well or it's not sticking to. So I'm just going to attach that. Okay, so there we've got that. I'm gonna just set the whole tray off to the side, and after the video I'll dump that back into the container. So now we're going to heat emboss this guy. So most of you I'm sure have heat emboss, but if you haven't, it's a really awesome technique. And this grainy powder here is going to melt together. Hi, Carol. It's going to melt together and it's going to become shiny. So I'm going to just do that. Just making sure to get all the spots. I don't want any of it to be left grainy because it will just wash right off. We don't want that to happen. Sorry about that noise. But here we go. So now you can see a bit in the light there how it's shiny and it's nicely embossed white on white. Hi, Joanne. Welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to set it aside and let it cool a little bit. Now, like I said before, I did go ahead and get some done, but I do want to show you the process. So we're going to go ahead and do it anyway again. So I am using tonight the tailored tag punch. This punch is fabulous and it's one of my go-tos all the time. So it's just a nice little shape. I'm going to stamp one or punch one out in the black. And I'm just going to set that aside. And then I'm going to to punch. Something on the mind tonight. I'm going to punch one out in basic white. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'm going to stamp our images. So I've got Memento ink here. So that's just my black. Hi, Suzanne, welcome. Okay, so now I've got this. I'm going to stamp my cocktail. Again, I'm using shimmer white paper for those of you who missed the very beginning. And then I'm going to stamp my chocolate. Now I was running a block, so you can see my trick here. I've got the outline on one side and the fill-in on the other. So we're going to go ahead here, stamp my chocolate, like that. Okay. Now, the other thing we want to do on this tailored tag that we cut out of the white, I'm going to stamp our words, "You make everything better." So let's stamp that just off to the side here, right like that. Okay, we're done with this black. Now, color combination for this card, like I said earlier, is much fun. So really fun summery colors. I've got Soft Suede, Polished Pink, Coastal Cabana, and Mango Melody. Oh. I'm going to use polished pink to fill in. Now these stamps are all from this great stamp set, and I'm telling you guys, this one is so awesome. Okay, look at how cute that is. Like it brings that whole image to life. I love it. All right, so there's polished pink, our drink, and then we're going to use Coastal Cabana for the umbrella. We're going to use Mango Melody for the little orange lime on the side here. So again, had a block shortage, so I've got them double mounted. I'm going to start with the umbrella, which is on this side here, Coastal Cabana. And you can see how easy it is just to line that right up, snap it down. Now I'm going to flip the block over and I'm going to use my the fill in here for this lemon in Mango Melody. There we go. Okay, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this stamp set? Because I think it's so adorable. Love it. Okay, so that's our drink. Oh, we're going to need this Mango Melody in a minute. So now I'm just going to fill in the chocolate. And like I said before, we've got this one also mounted on both sides of the block here. Just getting some soft suede ink on there. And I'm not sure that's not in the way. Stamp that down on top. Voila, we have some chocolates. Hi, Melanie. Okay, so here we go. What's really great about this stamp set, on top of just how adorable it is it has coordinating dies. So this will cut out the cocktail, this will cut out the chocolates, the coffee, the cookie, and then there's all these fun words. So you can cut out the actual word cookies, cocktails, and chocolate, coffee, and love you more than. So love this so much, these dies. So I've gone ahead, like I said earlier, and I pre-cut those out from my big shot just so that I didn't have to do that during the video tonight and wobble the table. So here we go. We've got those pieces already done. We do need to just one more time heat emboss quickly the word onto this black strip here, and we're just going to put "You're just like." So let's stamp that again. We're going to just Versamark, stamp, bring in this embossing. Oh, I forgot to run the embossing buddy over top, so it might not smoke perfectly. That's okay. Knock that off like that, okay? And then I'm going to quickly heat emboss this. And then we're going to see this will be nice and cooled down, and we can show the magic of the emboss resist. Okay, there we go. That's nice and bright. And that's one really great way to get that crisp white lettering on a dark piece of paper. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's make this our heat resist system here. So we are going to need, I've got polished pink again. You know what, before I get ink everywhere, let's move these off to the side because that would be about the way it would go for me. Right. So I'm going to start with my Mango Melody. I've got my blending brush here. These are awesome. So we are going to just get this nice and inky by a circle motion on the ink pad. And then I'm just going to get the original, this is how I like to just get the first initial shock of ink off onto my scrap paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start in the corner here and in a circular motion and kind of, you know, moving the brush around. I'm not leaving it flat. I'm just going to color over top of everything we just embossed. I'm just going to go, and like the more you do it, obviously, the darker it's going to get. And as you move your blending brush around, you get a better, oh dear, look what I'm doing. Getting ink on our, that's okay. That's just more room for embellishment if you ask me. No mistakes, right? Oh, Jody and Carol, you guys both like this set too? Awesome. Oh, Mary, you've got it and you haven't used it. I suggest you give it a whirl because it is so much fun. Okay. So we're just gonna keep on getting this. That looks about good. You can keep going get this as dark as you want it, okay? So I'm done with the mango melody. Now I'm going to set that one aside and I'm going to bring in polished pink. And don't mind this little blemish I got there. That's not how it was supposed to be. But anyway, we'll work with it. We're going to get some polished pink here. Okay, and then we're going to get the majority of it off like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend it above the mango melody and over top. So I'm not only sticking to the white, I'm also going over part of the mango melody. And just a circular motion. Try and get you guys can see the paper instead of just my hands. Okay, so just round and round we go. Tilting it, moving it. Okay, I want this to be a little bit more pink, so I get a little bit more ink on mine. Again, I like to, in between each one, just get that initial ink off. You see how it's just blending this all together. All right, so there we go. We're getting close. I think that looks pretty good. So set that aside. Now I do need a piece of paper towel, which I left on the other side of the room. So bear with me. Okay, so now you can see we've embossed it already. You can still see it. But watch what happens when I take a paper towel and I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it, not, not a ton, but I'm just taking all of that ink is coming off onto the paper towel. So any of the ink that got onto our white embossing is going to come off now. And then we're going to have this really fun background. It does look like a tropical drink, Margaret. Yes, I love it. Like we're up on an island on a little retreat. Okay, so there we go. There's our emboss resist technique. So much fun. We've got this neat little background that we've created on our own now. So what I'm going to do is going to finish building this card with you guys. So let's take this and attach it right over top of the Mango Melody cardstock that we previously attached. So again, it's just a thin border this time. Do a little pop of the melody along the outside edge. Okay. We're going to bring in all these other pieces that we created. And we're going to need my scissors here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this tailored tag that we created. Hi, Sherry, you're late. It's okay, better late than never. I'm glad you're with us. So here we go. We're going to cut this right in half. Now we're just going to use one half of this. And then we're going to take so let's go ahead and attach this. So I'm going to just glue this guy right down onto the card. Now I like the fact that you can read that word chocolate, so we're going to kind of make that available. Or yeah, so you can still see it. This is going to be off the edge a bit. I'm just trying to get it nice and straight. All right, so now we're going to take this guy and we're going to pop that on over top. And I had some regular size dimensionals at some point this evening, but we'll use our minis right now. That's what's here. Okay, three little guys. And we're going to pop that up. Now what this is going to do is this black part is going to create like a shadow underneath our white tailored tag, which just makes it pop up that much better. Okay. All right, so now we're going to attach our little tropical drink here. And again, I want to do that with some dimensionals. So because the stem part is going to be on our tag, let's not put dimensionals there. We're just going to put them in the umbrella, the lemon, and one down here in the center. pull them off. And we'll just stick that on so that it's overlapping. Overlapping just like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, now it says chocolate and cocktail. So now we're going to take our little chocolates that we've cut out and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put dimensionals where it's not going to touch the tag. Oh, that dimensional backing does not want to come off. There we go. Okay, so let's just stick that. I just want to make sure I can still read these words here. And I love how this worked out. You can see the full word chocolate and the full word cocktails, which is awesome. And now we're going to take this little banner we made and we're just going to trim the edges down. We don't need it to be this long. And again, we're going to add some dimensionals. I do like to have lots of dimension on my cards, as you all well know. It's all about the dimension and the bling. So let's take that. And we're just going to situate that. Well, this is a little higher than my original card, but that's okay. So it could just be, it could be here, it could be up here. Where do you think it's going to look good? I'm going to go with here. Okay. So we're almost done. You're just like cocktails and chocolate. You make everything better. Isn't that cute? Now, who wouldn't smile if they received that card in the mail? I love it. Okay, so we have some in-color jewels. These guys are beautiful. So here we go. We're going to use my little jewels here and my take a pick tool. And we're going to add some bling to the card. Now, first of all, I want to hide this little blemish here. So let's put, well, it looks like we're getting more than one. Not ideal, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. So we've got two little bling up there in the corner to cover that little blemish. And then we'll, of course, add some more. So let's put one here. And we'll put another little one over here by the wine glass. Okay, so there we are. How fun is that? I love this card so much. I love the stamp set. Like I said, the stamp set is so adorable. I love the greetings. Like it's, what does it say here? A day without coffee is like, just kidding. I have no idea. Of course, right? How fun is that? Or cocktails, because adulting is hard. Like it's just fun to make cute little cards, just because cards to send to somebody in the mail. So thank you all for being here tonight and watching along for my tutorial. I really enjoyed making this card with you all, and I hope that you feel inspired to give this Emboss Resist technique a try. It's super fun, and you can use it with so many different, does not have to just be the stamp set, of course. So yeah, so there you go. So if you'd like to get in on my offer for August to get the free holiday rhinestones if you place a $6 order, you can visit my website, createwithbirdsnest.ca, and the host code for August is posted right there at the very top in a banner, or you can scroll further down and you'll see a great big block with it in there. You can't miss it. Or you, of course, can message me or comment and I'll send it directly to you. I can just send you a link to order online directly. Or, of course, you can always send me your order as well. I'm going to be putting in orders every Thursday, so send me your orders and I'm happy to put them in for you. Again, thank you so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate all your support, and don't forget to share this video so you can get entered to win the corner bouquet stamp set next week on Tuesday. Okay? So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night, and thank you so much for being here. We'll chat soon. Cheers.